Welcome, Taurus, to your general reading for the month of February 2017, specifically the second half of the month from February 15th to the 28th. Just want to tell you a little bit about myself. This is now my second general reading. I have zero experience doing actual private readings, so what I'm doing right now is putting myself out there as far as general readings, and if there's something that hooks you or grabs you in this reading, please email me at mainspringtarot@gmail.com and we'll set up a private reading free of charge, and I'll ask for a tip if you get something out of it. Otherwise, there's no expectation of a tip. Otherwise, let's take a look at the cards and see what they have in store for you for February 15th to the 28th. Okay, a lot of major arcana already. Okay. So let's just start individually and see if we can get some kind of a pattern from the cards. At the heart of the situation, we have the Empress. The Empress is abundance. The Empress is passion. The Empress is shown portrayed with a really heavily flowing river. Legs are slightly spread, and she's got this flowing clothing. So the heart of the situation right now, and what I'm getting is that this is you. You are this very passionate person, Taurus, and at this point your passion's burning hot. And we have, crossing the situation, we have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, and that just means that crossing the Empress it really is working with the Empress. So it's this idea that you are enjoying this state of mind, this passionate state of mind, this bountiful state of mind with good company, with good friends. The basis of the situation is the Two of Wands. Take a look at the Two of Wands. We've got this man dressed in upper class clothing, standing atop a city wall, gazing out at the water there, and holding the world in his hands. So your Two of Wands is actually reversed. So what that means is that you're at a place in your life where you've had some success, and that energy that comes from that Empress card that pushed you out into the world brought you to this some level of attainment. But reversed, what it's saying is that you're feeling a little bit hemmed in. You're feeling walled in by your success. We've got this man that's gazing outward at what's next. So you've got this situation where you're this passionate person and you're surrounded by good company, but even within that situation, this basis card, we've got this Two of Wands reversed, almost like even though that passion is there and that good company and the good friends are there, that you're feeling a bit walled in. And so the recent past suggests this as well. We've got the Hermit in reverse. The Hermit could be some legitimate teacher in your life, or it could be your own inner guide, your own inner voice, your own inner teacher. And the Hermit withdraws to find truth. And so in reverse, maybe it's like you were in a period of withdrawal, and in a period where you were looking for truth, and you've come out of that, because the recent past position means that whatever that thing is, it's not having any more effect in the situation. But the Three of Cups with the Empress suggests that this is a time of passion and bounty for you. In the possible outcome position, so possible outcome means where the current situation could be heading, we've got the High Priestess. The High Priestess really is the gatekeeper to the intuition and the unconscious. So possible outcome, then it just means that you have some message that's there. So here you are at the heart of the situation, and your life is full of passion and bounty and friends, but amidst it all, you're looking for something else. And what the card suggests is that message is there. In the near future, looks like you're going to get a time of rest here. So we've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, which could mean a couple of different things. So the Pentacles has to do with education, with practical kind of real in the world things and real in the world activities. And the Page of Pentacles is this student figure. It's this person that's really, he's staring right at the pentacle. He's really into whatever his field is, whatever his career is, and it's more about learning, like that student aspect. So in reverse just means that either in the near future you're coming to a break, you're coming to a period of rest after a really intense period of study. So maybe you are wrapping up a degree, or it could also mean that you're really applied in studies right now. What it could mean is that your focus will become scattered. So it could mean that wherever you're applying yourself right now could turn up various directions and it kind of throw you off balance a little bit. So obviously then the message is to whatever it is that you're applying yourself in, to just kind of stay focused. At the Self card, so let's look at the self and look at the self and your environment. And so the self and your environment are really getting at the message that came up a little bit with the basis, this idea of being successful and having a certain level of achievement, but feeling hemmed in by that, feeling a bit trapped. Because what we have is the Eight of Swords in reverse. I'll show you it right side up. So on the surface, pretty scary looking card. We've got a woman that's bound and surrounded by swords, and her eyes are covered. And we've got the city in the background, kind of over, like looking over her. But what it's important to notice about this card is that her legs aren't bound. She can move, and her eyes are covered up, so she can't see that. Really, she's not trapped. You'll see that the swords are all around her, but they're not actually closing her in. So for me, like, it speaks to this situation with the Two of Wands, where you are feeling trapped and looking for something else. We've got it in reverse, which suggests that you're not seeing that. Like, you're feeling very trapped and you're feeling very hemmed in, but the situation isn't, you need to take off the blindfold and see the situation for what it is. Or maybe reverse here, we got like you're going to see some situation for what it is, because with your environment here, we've got Temperance in reverse, which is pretty straightforward. So Temperance is we've got these angel here holding two goblets and keeping we've got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land, and the angel's keeping this balance, keeping, specifically with the cups here, like keeping this emotional balance. And reverse just means that something's been thrown off kilter, which speaks to the Page of Pentacles, speaks to the Eight of Swords, speaks to the that Two of Wands. So there's this imbalance. Let's backtrack a little bit and look at everything together. So at the heart of the situation, got this passionate person surrounded by good company who is feeling off balance and is going to start to see that, because that Eight of Swords reverse really means that you're going to see the situation for what it is, that you're going to take that blindfold off, you're going to throw it off and see that, oh, I'm not really trapped. I'm not really being as oppressed as I think I am by the situation. So hopes and fears, we've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. So this could be a person in your life. Queen of Cups is really the master of her suit, so she's very, very skilled, especially with the cups, at channeling that creative impulse, that imagination into her life, into her world. So maybe so obviously with the Court cards, it could either be you, some aspect of yourself, or could be some person in your life. And the gender thing doesn't always have to apply, right? So this is if you've got, it's just that water, that creative water element, and the power that comes from it's like a feminine slant to it. So this could be a male in your life, could be a female in your life, whichever. But in the hopes and fears positions, it just means that that you've got this anxiety about being cut off from your source of inspiration, from this source that flows into your life, that this this passion and this achievement. In the outcome card, we have the Nine of Swords, which is one of the scary cards in the deck, but the Nine of Swords is reversed. So the Nine of Swords means that you are, especially when in reverse, it means that whatever it is that's keeping you up at night, whatever it is that has got you in this state of mental anguish, I'm thinking this Eight of Swords in reverse as well, is going to pass. So this in reverse and this in reverse both mean that, and especially if we bring in this Two of Wands as well, all of these mean that you're kind of moving through this. And maybe with that Two of Wands, we've got the gentleman staring off into the distance. Maybe that means jumping into some new opportunity, into some new relationship. But there's this imbalance right now, and part of it is that you're going to really see the situation for what it is. And I hearken back to that High Priestess in the potential outcome, which is like, as you move through this period, your intuition is there. You're kind of at the gateway of the unconscious. The intuition is there, ready to communicate to you the message that you need to get through this. For now, I mean, you're a warm, passionate person, and you are surrounded by good friends, so keep your friends close, and have a good rest of the month. It was nice chatting with you today, and we'll see you in March. Thanks.